Hi friends, greetings from Telangana Tribal Welfare Residential Degree College for Men, both at Adilabad. As a part of Best Student Lecturer, I am Padil Pranay from BSc BJC 3rd year. So today's topic is Human Respiratory System. Human respiratory system is a major system which is present in our body, which is used for surviving in our day-to-day life. It means that without it we can't survive in our day-to-day life. In this human respiratory system, we are going to learn what is an human respiratory system, what are the major parts of the human respiratory system, and how it works in our body. And at last we are going to learn what are the major functions of an human respiratory system, and all those things are we are learning in a very brief manner. So let us start our today's topic, the human respiratory system. In human respiratory system, the major organs of a human respiratory system are the nose, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, lungs. In those lungs, the grace-like structures are nothing but it is called as alveoli. In these alveoli, the exchanging of gases takes place. These are grace-like structures which are present in our both lungs, left side and right side lungs. And the first main part, it is nose. It's an external organ. It's an external organ which maintains exhalation and inhalation processes. It is an first part. It means it is the only externally visible part of the respiratory system. It means only nose will be visible in our respiratory system. Other respiratory organs are not able to visible in our naked eyes. And in our nose, air enters through the nose through nostrils. It is also called as external nares. Nostrils are present at the bottom of the nose. So the interior of the nose consists of a nasal cavity divided by a nasal septum. It means the two nostrils are divided by a septum called nasal septum. Okay, it's clear, guys? So next, the anatomy of nasal cavity. So in the anatomy of nasal cavity, the olfactory receptors are located in the mucosa. Mucosa which is present inside the nasal cavity on the superior surface. Means the rest of the cavity is lined with the respiratory mucosa. It's a layer which is present in our nasal cavity. Means the dust particles, it can't be inserted in our lungs. It means it avoid those dust particles which enters in our body. The mucosa will stop that dust particles. So in that, moistenizes and traps incoming particles. It means that it won't enter. It means this mucosa will stop the foreign particles, dust particles. So next, the pharynx. Pharynx is also called as, guys, throat. It is called as throat. It is a muscular passage for nasal cavity to larynx. This pharynx contains three major regions. They are nasopharynx, orthopharynx, laryngopharynx. Nasopharynx, it is a superior region behind a nasal cavity. It's an important region. for our nasal cavity. And orthopharynx, it is present behind the nasopharynx. It is a middle region behind the mouth, which it is present behind the middle region of mouth. So next, laryngopharynx, inferior region attached to larynx. It is an inferior region attached to the larynx. These three are the important region of the pharynx. It is very important, guys. So a small note, the orthopharynx and laryngopharynx are common passageways for air and food. It means that orthopharynx and laryngopharynx are common passageways for air and food. Only one way it contains for the passaging of air and both air and food. Okay, are you getting, guys? Next, trachea. What is trachea? Trachea is also called as windpipe, in which the gases exchanging takes place. It means that the connection of larynx with bronchi is nothing but trachea. It is also called as what? Windpipe. The connection between both larynx with bronchi, it is called trachea. It is lined with ciliated mucosa. It is means the trachea is lined with a ciliated mucosa. It is a layer. Okay, so that beats continuously in the opposite direction of incoming air. The layer beats continuously in the opposite direction of incoming air. So expel mucosa located with dust and other debris away from lungs. Walls are reinforced with C-shaped hyaline cartilage. It is not actually bone. It is a C-shaped hyaline cartilage. Okay. Next one, primary bronchi. If you can see that this picture, it is a lungs picture. It means the formed by division of trachea, which enters the lungs at the ileus, means the medial depression. Ileus is nothing but the medial depression. And right bronchus is wider, shorter and straighter than left side. If you can see that clearly in that picture, the visual took place. Okay, this is an left side bronchi and this is a right side bronchi. Okay, so bronchi subdivided into smaller and smaller branches. Okay. Next one, lungs. It is a major organ in our internal body. So it occupies most of the thoracic cavity. It is present inside the ribs. In our ribs, it means in our thoracic cavity. The apex is near the clavicle. Clavicle is nothing but the superior portion. Okay, superior portion. It is a tip, most upper part. So at base rests on the diaphragm. It is a diaphragm which is present in our inferior portion. It means the bottom of our lungs. Diaphragm is present at the bottom of our lungs. So each lungs is divided into lobes by fissures. It's nothing but division, divides. Lobes are called as fissures. So left side lungs contains 2 lobes, and if you can see that right side lungs 3 lobes are contains. Okay, in this picture we are clearly visible that left side contains only 2 lobes and right side contains of 3 lobes. Okay guys, in this picture alveoli is also be visible. It is, as I said, it is a grace-like structure. It is present inside our lungs. This is a major part in our respiratory system. Okay guys, next. So it is a anterior and posterior part. Thoracic vertebrae, these are the lungs diagram. Okay, these all major parts are present in this image. Next, covering of lungs. Pulmonary visceral pleura covers the lung surface. Means that pulmonary pleura, it is a layer which is used to cover our lungs for protection purpose. It is called pulmonary pleura, covers the lungs surface as a protection for our lungs. So okay, as we are protected by a layer, it is called skin. For those purpose, for lungs also, for protection purpose, it needs some surface, right? So it is called pulmonary pleura, which covers the lungs surface. So it is partial pleura lines the wall of thoracic cavity. Partially lines the wall of the thoracic cavity. Pleural fluid fills the area between layers of pleura to allow gliding. Okay guys, you can see that it is a part. This image is present. If you can guys, if you can see this, this is a space is between two lungs. In that space, we have to note that heart is present in between the lungs, which is slightly bent over towards the left side lungs. Okay, these are the main parts of our lungs. So next, the respiratory tree division. In this respiratory tree division, it contains primary bronchi, secondary bronchi, tertiary bronchi, and bronchioli, and terminal bronchioli. These are the respiratory tree division. These are bronchi are divided into this bronchi like primary, secondary, tertiary, and bronchioli and terminal bronchi. Next, what are bronchioles? What is actually bronchioles? Bronchioles are the smallest branches of the bronchi. It is actually smallest branches of the bronchi. But the smallest branches have reinforcing cartilage. It means it contains a cartilage. And the terminal bronchi ends in alveoli. Okay guys, it is clear. You can see this is a respiratory zone. In this respiratory zone, we can see this image, the structure of respiratory zone, it clearly be appeared. This is a respiratory zone. This alveolar duct, alveoli sac, and respiratory bronchioles. These are terminal bronchi, and these are the parts of our respiratory system which is present inside our lungs. These are the structures. Present respiratory bronchi, alveolar duct, and alveoli. These are the site of the exchanging of gases. It means the exchanging of gases takes place in those parts. Okay, it means the inhalation means the oxygen takes place in our lungs, and exhalation, it is the carbon dioxide is releasing outside of our body. This is called inhalation and exhalation. Okay, it is a major part in our body. Next, what is alveoli? Though the structure of alveoli is clearly present. So alveolar duct, alveolar sac, alveolus and gaseous section. These are the important parts of our alveoli. And next, the gases exchanges. Gases cross the respiratory membrane by diffusion method. Means the gases is taken place in a manner of diffusion. Means the oxygen enters the blood and carbon dioxide enters the alveoli. Means that after the exhalation the carbon dioxide moves outside. So the macrophages add protection. Okay guys, the macrophages which add protection to our that. And surfactants coats gas exposed alveoli surfaces. Events of respiration. What are the events? First thing, pulmonary ventilations. What is pulmonary ventilations? This is nothing but moving air in and out of the lungs. Means momentum takes place. Means that inside and moving outside of air through lungs takes place by what? Pulmonary ventilations. Okay. And what is external respiration? Means gas exchange between pulmonary blood and alveoli. I showed you what is alveoli. It is a grape-like structure which is present in our body, means in our lungs. This external respiration, gases exchange between pulmonary blood and alveoli. Respiratory gas transports. Transport of oxygen and carbon dioxide via the bloodstream. It is a respiratory gas transport. And next, the internal respiration. Gas exchange between the blood and the tissue cell is in systematic capillaries. This is called what? Internal respiration. These are the events of respiration. These are the major parts which exhalation and inhalation of gases takes place in our lungs. Right? Without lungs, we can't survive in our day-to-day life. Okay? Clear, guys? So next, what is the mechanic of breathing? Means what is the mechanism of pulmonary ventilations? So if you can see that in that pulmonary ventilations, completely mechanical process takes place. Okay guys, pulmonary ventilations, in that pulmonary ventilations completely mechanical process takes place and depends on volume changes in the thoracic cavity, and volume changes leads to pressure changes which leads to the flow of the gases to equalize the pressure. It is used for the equalizing the pressure of gases. Okay guys. Next, mechanics of breathing. What are the mechanics? We learned that there are the mechanics in our pulmonary ventilations, right? There are the two phases. I told you what inhalation means inspiration and expiration. What is inspiration? It means flow of air into lungs. Means we are taking oxygen. It is called inspiration. Expiration means we are leaving air through lungs, means from nose. These are the two phases, means the mechanic of breathing in pulmonary ventilations, right? Next, what is inspiration? We can see that diaphragm and intercostal muscular contraction takes place. Diaphragm and intercostal muscular contraction takes place while inspiration. and the size of the thorax cavity increases. If we take oxygen in our lungs, the size of thoracic cavity gets increases. It is called inspiration. It means the external air is pulled into the lungs due to increase in intrapulmonary volume. Okay guys, so what is expiration? It is quite opposite. Okay, see, in this inspiration, the inspiratory muscles contract, means which will contract the diaphragm, descends, means decreases, rib cages rises. Okay, diaphragm get flattened and rib cages get increases. And then next, thoracic cavity volume increases, right? After getting air into our body, thoracic cavity automatically get increases, means its volume get bulged. So next, lungs are stretched, intrapulmonary volume gets increases, right? And next, intrapulmonary pressure drops. It means that 1 mm Hg get increases. So next, air means that gases we can also call as. So flow into lungs down its pressure gradients until intrapulmonary pressure is equal to atmospheric pressure. Okay, this is the process of inspiration. The next, exhalation. Exhalation, I told you, the opposition of inhalation, right? The largely a passive process which depends on natural lungs elasticity. Okay, as muscles relax, well, exhalation means that air is pushed out. It means pushed out. If it takes, it is called inhalation. It is called exhalation. It means the relaxation takes place while exhalation. Okay, forced expiration can occurs mostly by contracting intercostal muscles to depress the rib cage, right? Next, see, in this exhalation the resting takes place. We can see that inspiratory muscles relaxes, okay, in that increases. So next, the thoracic cavity volume get decreases in exhalation, and in that inhalation the thoracic cavity volume get increases. The elastic lungs, in which the alveoli passively intrapulmonary volume get decreases. Okay guys, so next, the intrapulmonary pressure get rises plus 1 mm of Hg. It is one type of one process. So the air flows out of our lungs down into pressure gradient until intrapulmonary pressure is occurs. It is called exhalation. So it is called exhalation. And next, what are the functions of respiratory system? We can see that overseas gases exchanges takes place, means that oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange takes place between the blood and external environment. Okay guys, so next, the exchange of gases takes place within the lungs in the alveoli. Only one side of gases exchange, other structure passageways, means after taking of our body oxygen, the carbon dioxide our body pushed out. Okay, so the passageways to the lungs purify and warm and humidify the incoming air. Okay, it means that we take pure air for protection of our lungs and our body. It is oxygen which is uh, present in our lungs, at which the surrounding climate, surrounding trees will gives us oxygen, which we takes that oxygen and we live in our day-to-day life. So next, after taking oxygen into our body, our carbon dioxide get out, means it will removed from our body. We won't take any kind of carbon dioxide in our body, right? The passageways to the lungs purifies, warms and humidify the incoming air. Shares responsibility with cardiovascular system. Okay guys, so these are the important respiratory system, some of the few topics in our respiratory system. So thank you guys for listening my respiration topic. Thank you.